Welcome to Beame. In this series, you will learn how to use Beame to create and join immersive and interactive XR experiences that will transform the way you work, learn, and play. To guide you through this journey, we have a special guest with us today. He is the CTO and co-founder of Etho, the creators of Beame. Please welcome Ian Knott.
Hey guys, and welcome back to part 2, creating a Beame event. In this video, we're going to show you how to create 2 different types of events, both interactive meetings as well as webinars. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at what those are. So you can see here we have 2 different modes, both webinar events and interactive meetings. Inside a webinar event, guests have access to text chat capabilities, whereas inside an interactive meeting, guests have access to full audio and video capabilities. Of course, with a webinar event, guests can view that live event, whereas with an interactive meeting, guests can also participate in that live event. A webinar event is suited up to thousands of users, so all of those guests can join and watch and view seamlessly. Whereas an interactive meeting best suited to a smaller, more intimate engagement, up to 15 users can join, but they also are able to join via an XR device as their photoreal avatar. So let's go ahead and check out a quick demo of how all this works. So let's get with the team and jump right in. So now that we're inside the Beame web app, myself and some of the team here, we can all see and hear each other. And of course, like any other video conferencing application, we can do things like screen share. So we could check out some documents, we could collaborate on some work, we could go through some new design or engineering ideas, all those things you're used to doing on a normal video conferencing application. And where the real magic starts with Beame is if we get bored of this or it's maybe not doing us enough justice, we can actually hop in just via scanning a QR code from our iOS, Android, or even an XR headset like a Magic Leap 2 that we're going to use today. So you can see Sasha's scanned in and he's now inside the Beame room as his photoreal avatar. His hands are being tracked, his face is being tracked, and he can move freely around the space as if he was really there. And so, as you guys know, we can upload all kinds of different content into Beame. As we bring out an example 3D model of this college campus, we're able to really dive in deep and understand it in 3D detail in a way that you just couldn't do on more traditional video conferencing services. So what's really cool is this is multi-user and collaborative. You can see I'm now beaming in, you can see I'm teal, whereas Sasha is purple, so everything is nicely color-coded. You can see who's doing what inside the space, and then back on the web application, who that person is. So Sasha and I hop in here and take a quick look around. We're able to see each other as photoreal avatars. And of course, with Harrison streaming from his iOS device to the rest of the users on the web app, everybody can now participate seamlessly inside this meeting, really bridging the 3D world with the 2D world and bringing it all together inside Beame. So as we check out this quick map and take a quick look around, Sasha and I can, of course, collaborate and bring in all kinds of different content. And just like how easy it was to get in, I can simply tap and beam on out. And just like that, my audio and video is handed directly back off to my laptop from my Magic Leap, meaning there's never any crossover or reverb or echo or any issues like that. And just as easily, Sasha can beam right back out and in an instant be right back on the web application. So again, we're able to really bring everybody together and jump between these traditional 2D worlds as well as this new XR environment.
Exciting stuff. Next up, let's take a look at webinar events.
So as we can see here, we're going to go ahead and actually create a webinar event. So if I go into my rooms, I can go to a room and create a new event here. You're seeing I'm calling it Webinar Event Demo. I can choose a start time, I could choose an end time. And again, this toggle is vitally important. So in case of making a large-scale webinar event where guests are joining as simply participants, you can just flip that toggle there. Of course, I can set my date and time and then just hit create. So my event has been created here, and if I go back to my Rooms tab, you can see it's actually generated an event link. So just like a Zoom link, I can share this anywhere on a third-party marketing application, what have you. So again, this is a ubiquitous link that anybody can use. Of course, I can join, as you guys know, from my desktop right here, pick a virtual background, and then hop right into the Beame room. And so now I'm inside of a Beame room that has a live event on top of it. And if I expand it here, you can see in the top left that event that's occurring. So as we have a couple other guys jump in here, we're gonna have Sasha actually raise his hand. And so what's cool is even though he's just a passive participant, I can actually click a button and promote that guest. So they can now join via audio and video inside of the main event space. So as you see here, as Sasha's accepting his audio and video, he's now brought in, even though he's an outside guest, inside of this web event. So now we're checking out the platform from the guest's perspective. You can see here I'm tapping my hand being raised so that I can confirm with one of the hosts to now join and be promoted as a host myself. So if you have 1,000 people joining, for example, somebody has a great question in a Q&A, you're able to seamlessly add them and now bring them on through audio and video so that they can join and participate. And as you see here, just like that, I'm now being promoted to a host. So I can join, I can ask my question, I can say hello, and then once I'm done and wrapped up, all they have to do is simply tap the same button and it will demote me back to an audience member. It's that easy. Once again, guys, thanks so much for taking a quick look. We saw how to create 2 different modes with Beame events, both webinar events and interactive meetings. We hope to look forward to the ways that you're going to utilize Beame inside your organization. And really, again, it's all about accessibility. We believe ubiquity is going to unlock new potential of opportunities for XR. And by us making it as accessible as possible across all device types, we're really pushing that forward. Again, I appreciate you guys taking the time, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.
Thanks, Ian. And thank you all out there for watching. We'll see you at the next video in this incredible journey.